Well, I got another tasting session. And for the people out there that are holding me to my top five favorite blends, um, I'm still gonna do it. Don't worry, I'm gonna do it. I just gotta do it. I kind of gotta decide. I know. Like I'm pretty solid on. I would say like three of them, and then there's like a good 5 to 10 blends that could be in there as well. So I just gotta like break it down. Filming this in the daytime today, even though I'm still in the garage. So you might hear a little bit of road noise. There's a highway kind of over there. Um, but today we're smoking GOP's Temple Bar, and I'm smoking in a little Jeremiah Sandal pipe that I asked Jeremiah to make for me. Um, Really, what it was too was he had this stock available, and I don't remember what it's called, but it's just kind of like a cool, like faux ivory type looking thing. And I happened to hit him up when he had just a little bit of it left, and I asked him to make me a pipe. And I kind of asked him to make me like a little strawberry, acorn ish type little pipe, a little darker with that stem material. And man, I just love that pipe. It's super comfortable. It's the right size for me. I like this size. I don't necessarily love really, really teeny, tiny pipes, but I don't like real big pipes. I don't even like kind of big pipes. So I kind of like smaller side to like small medium, which is interesting because I'm a bigger guy, but just what I prefer. Anyway, Temple Bar, it's Virginia Perique and Orientals, and it comes in a cake form or a plug form, not like a crumble cake. You can't just like go and kind of like rip a chunk off and rub it out. You have to actually slice it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like never been a huge fan of cakes or plugs. Crumble cakes I don't mind as much. Crumble cakes I can handle. They're better. But I've tried quite a few different kinds of cakes slash plugs, and it's just not the style of tobacco I prefer. I much prefer real thin, real thin, um, more like European style flakes, or just a standard ribbon, or like a broken cake, kind of like Scottish cake is like a broken, there's kind of chunky pieces in there. It's like, you know, it's like if you were to take like a crumble cake and like not fully rub it out, I kind of like that. Like I said, ribbon, flake, that kind of stuff, broken cake. But the actual plug, like that hard plug, I've just never really been a big fan of. I think they're kind of like, to me, they feel kind of like mustier. And now this has Oriental in it, so it innately is gonna be like slightly sour, slightly earthy, slightly musty. But cakes for me, I've had cakes where it's just Virginia Periques, and they're just kind of mustier, um, and it's not something that I really prefer. So It's taken me a little while to get through this tin. By the way, this tin it's from April of 2020. I opened it a couple months ago. It's taken me a while to get through it, not because I dislike it. Um, but I'm also not like in love with it. It's pretty good. Like this is probably one of the better plugs or cakes that I've had. But it's just hard. Like I guess I always think like, man, I feel like this would be so much better if it was just like in ribbon form. Even in flake form. I'm not the biggest fan of Cornell and Deal's flakes. They're a little bit too thick and meaty for me, um, but they're not bad. I don't really have much of a complaint with them. I don't really like to fold them and do all that kind of stuff. I pretty much exclusively rub them out just because for me they don't feel. I feel like they behave a lot better rubbed out. And for me on this, the Orientals and the perique are what I notice the most. Um, it's got red Virginias in it, I believe. Red and golden Virginias. Um, but those really take a backseat to me. To me, I get a lot of that earthy, sour, musty sort of quality from the Orientals and the perique, and then that sort of punchy, spicy, peppery note from the perique, and also you get that from the Orientals as well, depending on the exact um, style or the exact gosh, I can't now. I'm blanking on what it's called. Depending on the Oriental, not all Orientals are created the same. They're um, can be very different depending on where they're grown, how they're grown, who they're grown by, that kind of thing. So, but generally, you're going to get that kind of a little bit sour, a little bit musty, a little bit earthy note quality off of them. But yeah, like I said, it's pretty good if you really like cakes or plugs. It might be up your alley if you haven't given it a shot yet. I'm just not the biggest fan of cakes and plugs, so probably not going to come back to it. I have a tin of, I think I have a couple tins of Shanae's cake. I'll probably open that up soon and kind of try that again. But I think I'm pretty much at the point where I'm just like, unless there's something really interesting or that I like really want to try, I think I'm at the point where I'm just gonna stop buying cakes and plugs because I just have never really been all that impressed by them. The ones I've tried anyway. But if you guys have any cakes or plugs that you are impressed by, let me know in the comments. And if I haven't had it before, maybe I'll pick up one when I make another order and give it a shot. I mean, it doesn't it only costs you $15 to give it a shot. If you don't like it, it's no big deal. But New Year's Eve today. So if anyone's out there going out to have New Year's Eve fun and festivities, be safe. Don't drink and drive, and have fun. Have fun, but be safe, right? I won't be going anywhere. My daughter has got a little bug, so I'll stay home with her. And I think my wife's gonna have some dinner with some friends, but then come right back. So we're We're gonna keep it pretty low key tonight. Seems like. Yeah, it's funny to me. Every time I kind of look for like a sweet, or like like a sweet grassy note, or like a sweet hay note or something like that to try to give the Virginias, I just keep getting hit in the face with that sort of like earthy, mushroomy, kind of peppery notes from the Orientals and the perique. And like I said, not unpleasant at all. And I do believe it is a good blend, but there's like a mustiness that I just feel like is from the cake. I could be totally wrong, but just the preparation, the cake preparation to me always has a slight, and I'm saying mustiness. It's like a like a dark, like a slight dark, just sort of like must, like dampness, and it's just I just can't kick it. And it's I mean it's dry. I mean it's dry. I mean not dry, but it is not a wet or a damp tobacco in here. I mean in the tin you get a lot of the a lot of the grass, a lot of the grassy hay notes, a little bit of that sour, like a sour kind of like a vinegary kind of a note, just kind of like sort of a tingly sort of sour smell. But I mean, it's a really nice looking tobacco, and the cakes are they're prepared. As cakes go, they're prepared very well. This there's only a little bit left, so I've already rubbed it all out. Just like sort of a vinegary barbecuey, not like a Latakia barbecue, but like sort of more like a Kentucky, like a vinegary barbecue saucy, sort of earthy. I don't know. Probably all you guys are probably all super confused right now. Like, what does that stuff smell and taste like? It smells and tastes like Orientals and periques with slight hints of sweet grass and hay. One of my favorite blends. I don't know if it's gonna make it my top five yet, but one of my favorite blends is Embarcadero by GLPs. You let 10 years get on that stuff, and it is amazing. It is so good. Um, and I kind of feel like that's what this should be, but there's already Embarcadero. So, and that's got Izmir leaf in it. I don't know if this is Izmir Oriental or not. Or if this is another variety of a different Oriental. But Embarcadero is a really, really good blend. I just don't know if it's going to make my top five. It's one of those ones that's kind of right there. Could be, could maybe not be. Anyway, so for me, I think where I'm gonna put Temple Bar is, um, it's not for me. It's not for me. There are things I like about it, but I don't like plugs or cakes, and um, I just think that there's a lot of things out there that I really, really, really enjoy, and so I think it's probably not for me. Probably won't buy another tin. Um, but I'm glad I bought it 4 years ago and tried it, and you know, nothing wrong with that. So hopefully I'll be able to get another video filmed and out to you in a little bit more rapid successions, kind of like this one. I don't remember when the last one was that I filmed and got out, but it was not really that long ago. So um, I have another tin that's getting kind of low that I need to give you guys some tasting notes on, and the top 5 blend video. So hopefully we got 2 coming up here in the next couple weeks. So until I see you on one of those ones, um, I hope you guys have a good New Year's. Stay safe. Oh, I think I can do lives now. I think I set up my YouTube thing to do lives, so I might end up doing lives. Not like on a schedule, but maybe sort of here and there. If I feel like hopping on and doing a live, I think it might be kind of fun. Probably only have a couple people in there, but that's fine too. So we'll see about that. But until the next one, adios.